What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe Podcast. My name is Matt, and tomorrow, every NFL team by 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is going to have to cut their roster down to 53 players. So, what I figured I would do today is I would give you guys my prediction on who I believe will make the Indianapolis Colts 53-man roster. Before I get into it, though, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there any players that you disagree with me on? Let me know in the comments. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So this was not easy to do. There's a few positions that I was really struggling with, but I got my predictions done. It's finalized. We're going to get into it. We're going to start off going position by position. We're going to start with quarterback. I got 3 making the roster. Those quarterbacks are Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew, Sam Ehlinger. I don't see Sam being released at all. I think Sam is going to be a part of the roster this year. I don't really see a need to release Sam as well. So I think those are the 3 that are going to make the roster. Now let's move on to running back. And for this, I have 2 answers. I have one for if Jonathan Taylor is traded, and I have one for if Jonathan Taylor is not traded. So let's say Jonathan Taylor is not traded, which is what I believe will happen. I do not see Taylor being traded. I think Taylor is going to be on the Colts, and like I said, I've said it all offseason, he will get an extension. When? I don't know, but Jonathan Taylor will sign an extension. So if he is not traded, the running backs that will make the 53 are Jonathan Taylor, Deion Jackson, Zach Moss, Evan Hull. But let's say that I'm wrong and Taylor is traded. The 4 running backs that will make the 53 are Deion Jackson, Zach Moss, Evan Hull, Jake Funk. I think they'll probably bring in another running back that is available, but I'm going to predict who is currently on the roster. So those are the 4 that I think will make it if Taylor does in fact get traded. Let's move on to wide receiver. And this was difficult for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, how many receivers were they going to keep? 5, 6, how many? That was always going to be difficult. So that's reason number 1. Reason number 2 why this was difficult is because who makes it, right? Because I think once you get past that 4th receiver, there's a lot of competition there. Who gets those final 2 spots? That was pretty difficult to determine. But I did go with 6. The 6 I went with were Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Isaiah McKenzie, Josh Downs, Amari Rogers, Juwan Winfrey. So Pittman, Pierce, McKenzie, Downs, they were locks. They were guaranteed to make the 53. But why did Rogers and Winfrey make it, in my opinion? Well, when it comes to Rogers, I believe Amari Rogers is going to make it because of his special teams and what he can do on special teams. You need somebody that can replace what Ashton Doolin was able to do on special teams. Amari Rogers is the guy that I believe they're going to fill in for Ashton Doolin. So I think Amari Rogers is going to make the 53 because of his special teams. And then when it comes to Juwan Winfrey, I feel like with Winfrey, he's really separated himself from everybody else when it comes to what he could do. Like, I feel like he's had a little bit of a gap between him and then guys like James Washington, Michael Strawn, DJ Montgomery, guys like that. So I think because of, I guess, the separation he's been able to create between him and the other guys, that's why I think Juwan Winfrey is going to make the 53. Now, I do expect, if some guys do clear the waivers, I do expect some of these guys that don't make the 53-man roster to join the practice squad. Like Michael Strawn, 1,000%. If he clears waivers, they're going to sign him to the practice squad. I have no doubt about that at all. Same with Brashad Perryman. I think he would be a practice squad receiver as well. And I think James Washington might be a practice squad too. I think they might bring in 3 for the practice squad. So those are the receivers that I have making a 53. Now let's move on to tight end. I have 4 making it. 4 that I have making it are Jelani Woods, Kylan Granson, Andrew Ogletree, and Will Mallory. So some people might be confused, wondering where is Mo Alley Cox? Understandably so. He's been with the team for a while. He's a leader, so that's understandable. But the reason why I don't think he's going to make the 53 is really money. I think money is going to be the main reason why he doesn't make the 53. Like the position is in a better spot than it was last year, so I think money is going to determine for him because if Mo was to be released, yeah, there's 2 million in dead cap for this year that the Colts would have to eat up. Okay, they can do that. No problem at all. But next offseason, they would have an additional $5.9 million. That 5.9 could go towards Michael Pittman, Jonathan Taylor, or another player. Like that 5.9 is going to be very valuable. So I think those are the four that are going to make the 53. All right, so now let's move on to the offensive line. Now, when it comes to the offensive line, I do think the Colts, they're going to put in some claims on the waiver wire for some offensive linemen. I will say that. But out of the guys that are currently on the roster, here's who I have making it. So for the tackles, Bernard Ryman on the left, Braden Smith on the right, and then the third tackle that will make it is Blake Freeland. Blake Freeland will be your swing tackle. Moving on to guard. Quinn Nelson on the left, Will Fries on the right, and Arlington Hambright will be the third guard. That will make the 53. He's going to be your swing guard, for lack of better words. And then at center, I have two making it. I think that Danny Pinter would have been one, but with him being out for the year, he will not be on the 53. The two centers that I have making it, though, are Ryan Kelly and Wesley French. Those are the two that I think make it. So now let's move on to the defense. We're going to go with the edges, right? The defensive ends. I have 6 making it. The 6 that I have making it are Kwity Paye, Samson Ibukam, Dio Dingbo, Taekwon Lewis, Aditamawa Adibawar, double A as I call him. And then Titus Leo, I think, will be the 6th edge defensive end. Let's move on to defensive tackle. I have 4 making it. The 4 that I have making it are DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, Eric Johnson, and Taven Bryan. Again, I think they could put in claims for some guys on the waiver wire when it comes to defense, but out of the guys that are currently on the roster right now, I have those 4 making it. Let's move on to linebacker. I got 4 linebackers making it. I got Shaq Leonard, EJ Speed, Zaire Franklin, and Grant Stewart making it. So Leonard, Speed, Franklin, those were guarantees to make it. But really it came down to who's going to be that 4th tight end. I really liked what I saw from Grant Stewart in the preseason. And then also, he's a good special teams player. He's a really good special teams player. So with him having a good off-season, good training camp, good preseason, and with him being really good at special teams, I think that gives him the edge over other players. So I think Grant Stewart makes the 53. All right, so let's move to the cornerback position. I have 6 making it. Those 6 are Juju Brents, Dallas Flowers, Kenny Moore, Daryl Baker Jr., Jalen Jones, Darius Rush. Now let's move to the safeties. This one was a debate for me. I have 5 making it. The 5 that I have making it are Julian Blackman, Nick Cross, Rodney Thomas, Ronnie Harrison Jr., and Trevor Denbo. So I was really struggling on who was going to make that final spot with the safeties. Is it going to be Trevor Denbo? Is it going to be Henry Black? Because I've really liked what I saw from Henry Black. I have. But I went with Denbo because of his special teams. I think that's going to give him the edge. So those are the 5 that I have making it. And now, let's move on to punter. I have 1 making it. Who's going to be that one? It's going to be Rigoberto Sanchez. Now let's move on to kicker. I have one kicker making it, Matt Gay. He won the kicking battle, highest paid kicker in the league. Yeah, he makes the 53. And then for long snapper, no surprise there. That is going to be Luke Rhodes. So there you guys have it. That is my 53-man roster that that I predicted. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click the subscribe button. Also click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.